Hey guys, and welcome back. We just had to take a quick recording break, but we're good now. So let's finally go back to the spaceship and heal.
This took us this long, but we finally got what we all wanted out of this playthrough. A place to rest.
A nap, if you will. I want to visit that planet, but alas, this is not No Man's Sky. We are not Jacko. We cannot visit the cosmos.
We can only gaze at it.
It was probably for the good, though. No Man's Sky just wasn't all that great.
What's that other game that was announced at E3 that kind of looked like No Man's Sky but had peripherals and whatnot?
I don't know, I don't actually remember. Maybe somebody in the comments can tell us.
Do you mean No Man's Skylanders?
Yes, No Man's Skylanders. Thank you, Team Jokester. That's your designation now. Sadly, we do not have access to EX Fusion. That comes at the end of this arc, if you will, but we have a really cool power character now. So, yeah, let's go bench Goten, the one thing we've been wanting to do all this time.
It's just pretty much a case of how soon can we bench Goten, and this is the point where you can.
Not sure if we should change the name. I'm fine with Team A, B, C, D. I only ever really use one team anyway, so...
Yeah, same here.
The cost of the ranks never really bit me in the arse either, mostly because I didn't cheat and use like Goku Black or something.
Well, that only really applies for online. With online, you can only have so many points worth of characters, and G-rank characters cost the most, so you can only really afford to have one. So you kind of got to spread things out evenly. You got to have your weaker characters alongside your powerful characters.
Let's put Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta on the team. No, I'm just kidding.
Let's just annihilate the difficulty curve.
What difficulty curve exists?
There we go. Oats is a bit overpowered, because as you can see, we're all B ranks. She's an A. So, yeah.
She knows where it's at. And furthermore, I can't remember if it's her or one of the people you confuse her with that comes with an experience points boost. So she'll level up pretty damn quickly, at least when you get her fused.
Yeah, but if you don't have enough badges, she'll start disobeying you.
Gotta be careful. Oats! Oats! Thanks to leveling up, you've unlocked a more powerful special move. Okay. Yeah, you can basically burn off energy you don't need to get new special moves. I didn't know about this till almost the end of the game, and I knew you could buy special moves, but I didn't know where from. I guess I should have explored the ship a little bit more, you know?
So yeah, if you've stored up a bunch of play coins prior to getting this, you can use them there and get a bunch of nice moves in the process if you wish.
This is where the Dragon Balls go, because apparently they need their own special pedestal, the spoiled little spheres.
That's not a good place for them to be. Shenron can't fit inside this ship.
Oh god!
Well, to be fair, he doesn't come out immediately when you gather all 7 Dragon Balls. You gotta do all the special words and such.
Maybe it's just like a miniature Shenron that's like the size of like your hand.
Oh!
Ah, have your summoned ball.
It's Mushu! I am Mushu. I'll grant your wish. This is where we do EX Fusion, but that's not available right now.
Soon, though. Trademark.
I just want to another spin. I'm good.
So we've got Super Trunks there just hanging out.
Yeah, the characters will hang out here and they'll just say random things, so as you get more characters you'll get more quips and things like that. It's a neat little thing, but pretty much inconsequential. You can more or less just ignore it.
Coming into the ship for a quick breather. Oh hey, there's Zamask ranting about killing all the mortals, that wacky guy.
He's quite the character, that's Zamasu.
We're never going to touch multiplayer, because we've discussed me and sociability. No thanks.
Well, I can get a little bit into the multiplayer if you want.
Okay.
Well, as I say, with the multiplayer you have a certain amount of points that you can spend that you spread out over your 5-man team, so you can't just have a bunch of G and S rank characters that will go way over your limit, so you have to mix that up a bit. Online fighting works in more or less the same way as a regular fight.
Yeah.
But, of course, with the different characters and your limitations, you have to kind of come up with different strategies, and, of course, fusing generic characters becomes something you become acclimatized to pretty quickly, because they are very cheap, and you can get some very, very nice combinations. So you can come up with things like alien fusion character that has an attack that reduces speed and attack, and you just go into the middle of the enemy team with that, use it, and their team is just completely crippled for a while and just lets you lay into them.
Interesting.
There are a few different strategies that I've seen with the little bit of time I did end up spending in multiplayer, and they spread out from having a solid cohesive team to kind of having a Kingmaker kind of strategy where it kind of all revolves around one character, having him get super duper powered up and just taking out key enemies in 1 or 2 hits.
Yeah, Street Pass isn't gonna be of much use to us here, so Tom, I'm gonna need you to like find your local elementary school and just slowly walk by the recess grounds.
I need you to go straight to hell, mate. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200.
Yeah, you just mail it to me. I'll go to MCM in October and I'll just wander around, and within an hour I'll have like 100 Street Passes for you.
Okay, I think it's time to finish the Buller side quest, because now that we've done the spaceship tour thingamabob, I think we've got access to quite a few like side quests and whatnot. But first, we gotta leave.
Yeah, this is where the game like opens up. We can go around and recruit people, do more side quests. It's good.
I have a question for you two. What kind of recruitments did you make immediately at this point in the game before you kind of progress? Because this is kind of the point in the game where you're free to kind of explore around and get the lay of the land, as it were. And of course there's a lot of characters you can recruit as well. So who did you choose, or who did you scout out specifically?
I was looking for speed types because I had none.
That's fair, that's fair. What about you, Tom?
Whatever I could get my dirty little filthy hands on, really.
Get your fucked up yaoi hands away from me.
Hello. Who's this?
It's Zapbon.
Oh, Zapbon. But yeah, there was like this orange Frieza guy who reminded me of my Xenoverse 1 character, so I recruited him.
Aw. Nostalgic, nostalgic. We'll finish Buller's thing and then we'll go back and see Zapbon, and hopefully Dodoria's around here as well.
I believe Zapbon and Dodoria are tied together in that quest, but that quest is a little bit tricky because you need a very specific skill in order to actually recruit them. But if you're willing to use the super characters for one point in the game, I believe Black Goku actually has the skill that you need in order to complete that particular quest. So you certainly can't feel too bad about it, just considering how strict that quest actually is. But you could probably pull out Black Goku, just get that quest done, so you can get the recruiting requirements done for Dodoria and Zapbon, and put him back in the box and forget about him.
That is ridiculous.
But yeah, as for me, I was pretty much lacking in power characters, so of course I had Oats as well, but I was kind of scoping out for characters that were a bit more interesting, because, you know, I thought most people would go for, like, the Kid Gohans and things like that. I actually made a beeline for Dodoria and Zapbon as soon as I found out that you could recruit them, and I actually ended up fusing them up after the Cell Games stuff was over, and I made the Dodoria Zapbon fusion, and he's actually pretty damn good. He saw me through quite a way through the game until I could find other characters that I could, you know, make some really cool X fusions with.
Interesting.
I think I kept him on until I accidentally found Legendary Super Saiyan 3 Broly, and I just used him for a while instead.
Yeah, well, why wouldn't you, really?
It was one of those things where you sort of get told about fusing time portals together to create S and G rank portals that have specific fights in them. So I just tried it out for a laugh, and I found Legendary Super Saiyan 3 Broly, and it was just, okay, let's try and recruit him. Got him recruited, and he was pretty much in my team the rest of the game, until I had the requirements to X-fuse him to my main character, in which case all hell broke loose. But yeah, it was pretty much Dodoria Zapbon fusion. I made the Buller and Pan fusion as well. I actually pretty much ignored Kid Gohan for the most part until I sort of got to the point in the game where, there's a bunch of loose ends I haven't quite tied up yet, let's go do that. So I pretty much had my main character, Trunks, the Oats, the Dodoria Zapbon fusion, and Bullapan fusion. That was pretty much where I was by the end of the Cell games.
Nice, nice. Yeah, it's going to be a fair little bit before we can, you know, fuse up, but we may as well do the Bulla side quest now. It don't really take too long.
Exactly, and we can level her up a bit just so we can get her towards that fusion standpoint, because X-Fusion has certain requirements, some more lenient than others. For the earlier ones you can get a hold of, it's usually just a case of have both characters at like level 25 or level 30. But then eventually you get to those where they need like specific titles, or you need to have fused with previous characters. So usually you want to try and get the recruitment done and dusted first and level them up a bit before you unlock X-Fusion, just so then you can fuse them up right away.
I think we should just like do side quests to get energy for the time being. Oh, I think Gohan's here.
Yeah.
There he is.
Oh, here we go. Let's grab him.
Go. It's preteen Gohan.
Possibly the best version of Gohan.
I like the whole reverse Sonic the Hedgehog do he's got going there.
Oh, that's classic Cell game saga sort of do, mate.
I wish we could have him with Piccolo's weighted, like, cape and turban.
It's like, Pan, please! Have you not seen Back to the Future? You know how this goes down.
She meant it platonically, you sick fuck.
I know, I'm just trying to make sure she doesn't go too far with it.
What is wrong with you in this session, jeez?
I blame the Pepsi.
Yes, so do I. And also staying up all night to watch Sonic Games Done Quick's finale.
Yes, I also blame that too. The Pepsi is helping me to keep my wits about me.
Right, so Gohan, what's the stitch? I'm assuming there's some sort of query you want us to fix before you'll get on our team.
Collect 10 bear asses.
Yeah, as grindy as fusions can be sometimes, there's never anything of that caliber, thankfully.
Yeah, the side quests actually aren't that bad. They're actually semi-interesting, usually because it involves main or at least sub-characters that you can interact with. It just makes the whole thing a bit more interesting. It's not like generic fetch quests or anything like that. There's a couple of exceptions where it's just literally go over here, talk to this person, go over here, talk to that person. But they're so few and far between you never really notice it being grindy, I guess. Is probably the best way to describe it.
I am so looking forward to playing fucking Teen Gohan in Dragon Ball FighterZ.
Oh yeah. Alright, so we gotta find them. Okay, you're really helping us get this thing started, Gohan.
We're gonna find you and take it slowly.
You've really got your priorities in order, Gohan.
Okie-doke, gather energy, they'll come to us. How much energy do we need? Is it a lot? I'm going to assume it's a lot.
I wonder if it says on the actual sub-quest thing, or if it's just going to be a case of, we'll just let you guess.
Oh, Bulla. Okay, I guess we're triggering the side quest already.
You go and do one side quest and you accidentally trigger another. That tends to be how it goes from time to time in this game.
Well, as long as we get a reward, that's all N-Tom cares about, alright?
Get that sweet cash money.
Very mercenary attitude.
Well, you know, it's just the kind of guy I am.
Gotta put the food on the table after all.
Allies and energy. That's what we need. Recommended level 30. Well, Oats is 30. That's good enough. Yeah, I'm right by you. You don't need to keep screaming.
And usually there's a little bit of leniency with the recommended levels. You don't necessarily have to be that level, because I usually tend to find that if you go by the recommended levels, the fights become way too easy. So I like to try and keep myself a little bit under the recommended levels if I can.
You again?
It can be very difficult, because sometimes you can just completely overshoot it. But yeah, generally try and keep yourself a few levels under, and you'll generally have some decently challenging side stuff to do.
Hey, let's recruit Samurai Nappa.
Can we not? I'm scared of him. Like, emotionally, not fearfully.
We need to channel that so it's on our side.
I guess because they're part of a mission we can't recruit them. Oh well.
I'm not sure if I'm approving of that guy's attire, though, with the whole crazy hat and the shades going on.
It's cool. I'll take him out first.
Alright. You go do that. It's mildly unsettling.
Nice.
And we got the full team attack as well.
We ride together, we die together.
It's like, wait, where are you going? Die by yourself!
It's you, Neo.
Charge key.
This boy knows what he wants.
Give him the garlic gun.
Goodbye, Mr. Jojo!
Go ahead, Mr. Joester.
Oh, that's a baseball!
Oh, that's a spicy meatball.
Power pole on Samurai Nappa.
Fucking Samurai Nappa. Get out.
Get out and do not come back.
Otis is going to obliterate one of these guys with friggin' bomb kick.
It's gonna be great.
But I'm wondering whether we should do speed up so she can keep getting more and more moves in.
I'm not sure if it's entirely necessary at this point. I say just go straight for the mutt kick on Shade's dude over there.
Okay.
This is what we want to see. Oh, that damage.
Disgusting.
So good.
Next up is me! Oh god, they're fast.
Well, there's only 2 of them, so they do have a little bit of a speed advantage over you.
Yeah, I should probably speed up and Tom Kamar. Just to get ahead of the game, you know. This is...
I give you the gift of pain!
This is insulting.
Man, they really do not like Pan.
They don't.
Do they know she's the healer or something?
Yeah, sometimes I think that, but, you know, I have a paranoid streak, so I try not to reinforce those quirks whenever possible.
I mean, later in the game when I unlocked Majin Buu, I did tend to discover that they did go for Majin Buu a lot.
Yeah.
Like, more to the point where I think the whole going after the healers thing is more than just mere superstition.
Yeah, I'm taking your move just because I know you'd want this.
Gotta get that damage. You fly pretty far, too. You can generally ring out from quite a ways away.
Let's see. I'm almost at the Zenkai, but I'll knock Shade's big Folio over here out, just so he doesn't get another turn so quickly.
Well, this quest is a free part, so I'd be tempted to save that bar until you get to the final part of the quest.
Yeah.
And then you can go straight in with a full bar Ultra Fusion.
Jesus.
Yeah, these fights where you have to not fight an entire team should not be underestimated, just because they do get about as many attacks as they would have if there were a full party of 5. Maybe a little bit less.
Samurai Nappa is just really fast.
Yeah, who knew? Volk?
He made himself leaner and it made him faster. Oh yeah, sorry. I think we can Gallic Gun to both of them, so give that a go.
Nice.
That's the good stuff right there.
Ah, it mildly stings.
Oh no, it tickled.
You know, you haven't had much love lately, so go say hi to your friend.
Yeah, clean hit. Take it, Samurai Nappa.
This might actually kill him.
I am doubtful, but we'll see. Maybe the ricochet damage.
We're sending him back to the past, Samurai Nappa.
Watcha!
Just a little bit out, but we got them both wrung out, so we're going to be able to finish them off quite handily. Yeah, it should at least finish off Shinjuro, or whatever the hell his actual name is. Not quite.
He's hanging on by a thread. Excuse me, I'm...
Kamehameha.
Yep. Remember, when they've got little damage, I get executive control. Assuming direct control.
But I wanted to charge Ki.
Oh, Neo.
Alright, I think we all know what we want from Oats here. Ooh, that is a nice hit.
Send you to a dimension made of kicks.
The kick dimension.
No, they're gonna do what they did in D&D and enchant a pair of underpants with the dimension of infinite punches.
Jeez.
Something I remember fondly from 4chan. Somebody literally just enchanted underwear so that when someone puts them on and utters the secret word, they just get eternally punched in the groin.
Nice. Well, that's 1 out of 3. Let's try and do the next 2 quicker. Oh.
Jesus.
This guy got some fight left in him yet.
Yeah, Maiden Burst.
Yeah, at this point you just gotta knock the stubbornness right out of him.
I hope this is enough.
We should have just healed him, actually. You know, and elongated his pain.
Oh, come on! This is silly.
Alright, he's got 2 power downs. I can't envision this doing much. But then again, I was proved wrong with ghosts.
Oh god, no, Goku! Damn, man, that can really smart if he's not suffering a power down.
Yeah, I remember when I got Legendary Super Saiyan 3 Broly and he had that move and I tried it on someone. It did nearly 40,000 damage at like
God damn.
50 or so. It was amazing. I was like, wow, that is a lot of damage.
Is he dead yet? Oh, come on!
Guy does not like taking much damage. Does he have like, did he use Iron Defense or something?
I don't know.
Is he like that guy from the last episode with iron skin?
No, he's that one guy that plays Pokemon that just insists on using Protect all the time.
Was that power down for him or for us? Because it seemed like it was for us.
I don't know, maybe he just had oodles of defense. They were like level 30, don't forget, and the only one that really levels up in terms of actual levels is Oats here. That may have had something to do with it, although I couldn't say for certain.
Well, at least we're getting some sweet, sweet energy. Volk, bring up a side quest guide if you could and look for the Kid Gohan thing, because we're in the general area, but I can't pinpoint the exact thing, because obviously we can't track him, because I guess he's untrackable.
I can certainly do that for you.
Of course it was Buller. Who do you think it was? Majin Buu?
It could have been. Don't ruin my illusions of fantasy like that. I want Majin Buu. He's like the best healer in the game.
Danish the Hero. This is Danish the Hero's theme. Well, maybe not, but who knows.
Danish the Danish. Danish the Menish.
Thank you, Neo. You were reaching the bottom of the barrel to begin with. He just broke to the bottom and kept digging.
Or you could make his theme song Danish.
Danish. Yes, I know what you're talking about.
There we go. Alright, that's enough from me on that one. I think you're free from our horrible, horrible jokes and references at this point.
Do you mean they were working for Buller all this time? What?
Who just does that? Who just pretends? Let me just see. Kid Gohan, where are ye?